What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play of CJ Prospect Profiles. Today we're going to focus in on 2014 eligible center and current member of the Kootenay Ice, Sam Reinhart. His brother Griffin was the 4th overall pick last year by the Islanders off the Edmonton Oil Kings, and his father Paul, was a great defenseman back in his day before he got hurt, and his other brother Max is in the Calgary Flames organization. But Sam was one of the better young players in the Western Hockey League, had 81 points in 70 games with the Ice this year, only 22 penalty minutes, too, really gentleman-like player. Also only had 2 penalty minutes in 67 games the year before that. He's one of the older players in the draft. He missed the cutoff date by about 2 months. He's November birthday, which, I guess will lead to dominating the Western Hockey League even more so next year because of the age difference. And, it's the kid who realistically would be a top 5 pick this year. But him and Aaron Ekblad, kind of like McKinnon and Seth Jones this year, will be going back and forth forward defense with the number 1 pick. I like Reinhart's game a lot. He's really skilled offensively without overstating the obvious. He's got good size, 6'1", 180 pounds. I'd like to see him add a couple inches, and definitely a little more sandpaper to his game. I think that's more that'll come with time. And I think he's definitely going to play a leadership role, a big leadership role next year with the Ice, and on one of the supposedly going to be a subpar team next year. And he's been a plus player every year. He's been in the Western Hockey League both his 2 full years. He played 4 games and had 2 goals back in 2010, 2011 for them during his last year, Bantam eligibility after the Bantam draft, excuse me. But I really think he's a really intriguing prospect, and I think I'm not going to say a team's going to tank for him next year. But, you can see, even Calgary, adding him and his brother Max in the same organization would be awesome. But I think he'll be ready to play in the fall of 2014 after he gets drafted. I think he's got that kind of upside. I think he's got that kind of high hockey IQ, prototypical pro size, good instincts, knows what to do. And, like I said, great NHL bloodlines, too. And that'll always work in someone's favor. And I think he's going to be one of those guys that can step in right away and contribute. With an NHL team, play the power play at 18, 19 years old, just something you very, very, very rarely see. But this kid is a very, very, very rare player, and he's going to continue to get better. I'm very curious to see what he does next year in the Western Hockey League. I think 100 points and even a spot in the Canadian World Junior team that's underage are both in line for him. I think he's got that kind of high hockey IQ, and I'm curious to see what he does in his draft year. So the big thing is, a lot of times guys go into the draft year highly touted and then kind of slide. John McFarland, look at you. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I think he's, as one of the older players in the draft, I think he's got a sense of maturity, and he'll have played 3 full years of major juniors because of the late birthday before he even steps into an NHL camp. So that's something to look at, and I think he's going to be one of those prospects that shatters the mold. Anyway, that's like this episode of the Power Play of CJ Prospect Profiles on Sam Reinhart, 2014 eligible player, currently skating with the Kootenay Ice. Stay tuned for episodes to the season and beyond. Later, guys.